us being here in Kenner, Louisiana. Everybody's excited. And I
Spice
love
Divas, Sona's Charm, Red Lip Talk, Red Lip Talk. Girl, come sit with us. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Red Lip Talk Podcast. And we are on episode 41. 41 on Red Lip Talk Podcast. Y'all, it was a journey to get on today and to be here with y'all on today. So it's a blessing. I pressed because I had to have this podcast come to pass today on episode 41. On today, our topic for episode 41 is sister to sister. So I have my girls in the building on today. I have Elder Adonis Price in the building, and I have Jane Helire in the building. So it's gonna be an amazing show today. We can't wait. But before we get to that, we do a little intros and a little current events. So we have a few current events that we want to talk about on today. Don't forget always, I always want to plug this. Make sure you guys book your look or book Kree, book Mocha, book Keyshawn at Spice Divas Beauty Bar. We also have boots available at Spice Divas Beauty Bar. We're looking for two amazing stylists, makeup artists, esthetician. You will love our team. We're looking for some enthusiastic people to come on and join our amazing team. Spice Diva is not a fly by night. We've been in business 16 years, so we really want you to be a part of it. You learn marketing tools. You learn about logos. We have all the connects there, a lot of wisdom. We have vets in the building, so we definitely want you to book with us, as well as if you are a stylist or esthetician or in the beauty industry, we want you to join our team. Also, we're still offering senior services. Well, I am still offering senior services. I was blessed to be the stylist for the suites of Elgiers Point, but I'm offering it to any senior living, any group home settings. My base price starts at like $35. That's half of what I normally charge, but I do that for the seniors to give back. I mean, it's great. I actually absolutely love it. So I want you guys to if you know any seniors or you know anyone else that's coming up, I mean, that needs my services, please connect me with them. Yes, and coming up next, we have our guests up next, Elder Adonis White Price and Jane Haller. They will be coming in after this break that we're about to get. But Miss Adonis will talk to you about, she has this amazing conference that's coming up. And the conference is Get Up Girl Conference. Now I even like the sound of it because like that's how I felt today, y'all. Transparency. I had some emergency going on today. My knee, my leg, and guess what? God said, "Get up, girl. Don't you sit here. Press to make the mark." You see the amazing fly up there. And when we come back from the break, she's gonna tell you a little more about why God put that actual name for her in that for that conference and why you should be a part of that conference. So when we come back and wait, I normally talk about my weekend, right? Let me talk about that right quick, and then we're gonna go to the break because I think I got about 3 minutes. So my weekend, of course, it was my daughter's birthday weekend. I didn't steal in no pictures because I had a little emergency this morning. But shout out to Brianna. Her birthday was on January the 17th. We had an amazing time with her, lunch, dinner, and plus she had some fun with her friends. Maybe I'll send the photos for next Monday, and we'll give her a additional shout out. So that's basically what my weekend was. And also, I was laid up, y'all, with this knee that then swell up. I don't know if it's from me exercising too much or eating some type of food that gave me inflammation. But like I said, we got to keep pressing. And then, like Elder Adonis said, get up, girl, and let's keep it going. So when we come back from the break, we're going to have none other than Elder Adonis Price in the building. And we also have Jane Helire with us today, Inaja Butterfly. It's your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva. And y'all stay tuned and don't go nowhere. RedLip Talk Podcast. We'll be back in a second. Mwah!
Spice Divas, Sona's Charm, Red Lip Talk, Red Lip Talk. Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea. Red Lip Talk. Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea. Red Lip Talk.
It's your girl, Sona's Charm.
And it's your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva.
We want y'all to tune into the premiere of the Red Lip Talk podcast.
Every Monday at 1 p.m. Central Time, we're going to have new topics, new guests, new businesses.
Tune in to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Red Lip Talk Podcast. Mwah!
Step Construction is here for you with a brand new offer. We now provide affordable storage sheds. Stop wasting your money on overpriced storage units and portable containers. Step Construction can provide you with a custom shed that will fit your budget and storage needs. So contact Step Construction today at 504-340-5809 for your own personal quote. Let us help you take the next step at Step Construction.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Spice Divas, Sona's Charm, Red Lip Talk, Red Lip Talk. Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea. Red Lip Talk.
Welcome back, you guys, to Red Lip Talk Podcast, episode 41. And our topic today is sister to sister. So I have my sister on the couch with me on today, Miss Jane Inaja Butterfly Helire. Is that right?
Hilarious.
Helire. Wait, she keeps saying I love it. Helire. Helire. I think I put some fancy to
You
it,
put
Jane.
fancy. I
I
like
put
how
a
you
little
said it.
fancy to
I
it.
like it. I like it. Keep it fancy.
Okay. So I've been knowing her for so
I
long.
know.
She's been doing so much in the community. I want to say over 20 years giving
Yes,
back to
yes.
women, domestic violence
Yes.
women, giving back to women who are homeless.
Homeless.
Oh my God, her resume is extensive.
Well,
you
thank
know,
you.
and that's number you doing God's work.
Right.
You doing God's work.
That's his work.
So tell me how you got into the field that you in with women, empowering women, giving them the strength to keep going, and we
So-
always say everybody got a why.
Everybody
So,
have a why,
okay.
and that is so true.
Yeah.
You know, way back, I think I was like 17, 18 years old.
Okay.
And that's when I actually started working with disabled children.
Okay.
And it took me a while to really find my niche, to find what my purpose was in life, because
Yes.
everyone has a purpose.
Yes.
Whether it takes you years, months, weeks, everyone have a purpose. And I found my purpose when I was like 20 something years old.
Wow.
Right. So I have been taking care of the unfortunate, individuals for decades now.
Okay.
And I love it
Yes.
because you get to see your work.
Yes.
Not saying that, we need a pat on the back. No, no, no. When you know your purpose, you don't need a pat on the back because you've realized this is what God has you on earth to do. So my first networking event
Yes.
By the thanks of you.
Yes,
It was just so awesome to be around other individuals with the same mentality,
Yes, Jane.
especially, black women.
Yes.
Because you always see on TV
Mm-hmm.
how black women are not getting along. These reality shows, they're fighting, throwing each other under the bus. But in reality, in our reality,
Yes.
we are getting along.
Yes.
We are making a difference in the community.
Yes.
We are
yes.
backing each other to be
Yes.
successful.
Yes.
So that's the side that we need to see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because a lot of people don't see that.
They don't see it.
All we see, and then it's another thing too. You always hear sisters talk about, since our topic is sister to sister.
Yeah.
I mean, you always hear sisters talking about, okay, women don't get along. Women don't know how to support each other. Women don't know how to do this. That. But you never hear a solution to it.
You never hear it.
You never hear a solution to it. And if you could even get into culture, like our culture, I'm gonna put a spin on it before we get into you, but like, people talk about that stuff that's going on in Hollywood and how, in the comedian world and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And I look at it as a different spin. The reason why I look at it, you know what I'm talking about with Cat Williams. Y'all know about that, all that stuff that's going on with him going on Shannon Sharp's show. You know anything about that?
Briefly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. He went on Shannon Sharp's show and he called out a lot of big name comedians and talked about how they was doing and how they got where they were, and he mentioned the names of allegedly of Steve Harvey.
Oh wow!
He mentioned Kevin Hart. He mentioned Ricky Smiley and all that stuff. So this the type of stuff I'm looking. And then right after that, he dropped some dates for a tour.
Oh,
right after he did all that, he dropped some dates from a tour. Now this is the thing: tours are they sold out. But I feel like in our culture, we always have to pull one another down for us to get a notch up. You know what I mean? Like,
he was promoting himself.
Yeah, like I feel like that. I may be wrong. We was talking about that in the salon, and they were saying, "Well, Chriselle, was supposed to go on the show and all this kind of stuff like that." But why at other people's expense you have to have game? And just like you said, it's good to see, networking people, networking positively,
right,
and pushing each other to go further.
Exactly.
To go further, like you pushing me. You like, girl, you better get this thing done. What we supposed to be doing? Y'all stay tuned. Jane pushing me. The author Jane. Let's get into that. The author side of Jane, who's pushing me to do something.
That's right.
Tell us about your book. Tell us about how the name of your book. How can they purchase your book? And why you wrote your book? Because you're a renowned author.
Yes.
So tell us about that.
I have been working on my book for like over 5 years, right?
Yes.
And like it's going back to we pushing each other.
Yes.
And so COVID came about, and you and I kept in touch.
Yes.
Phone,
yes.
FaceTime, all that.
Yes.
And you put your foot down and you said, you know what? You getting that book out. I need you to get it out in October. And I said, you know what? You right. And sure enough, I got it out in October.
Yes.
So it came out in October. I had the book signing, but because of COVID, a lot of people were too afraid to come out.
Yeah. So
I'm going to have a relaunch soon.
Okay.
Coming up.
All right.
And
y'all be aware.
Oh, yes. And I wrote the book because I had gone through so much in my previous marriage, and I lost who Jane was.
Yes, Jane.
I lost her. I didn't know who she was looking in the mirror.
Yes.
So I removed all the mirrors in my house. Yes. I didn't like that person I was looking at.
Yes.
And
so how do you think you lost who you were? Like, if there's somebody out there, like what made you lose Jane? I know, like before you got married.
Right.
Who was Jane?
Okay, so before I got married, Jane was this vibrant go-getter.
Yeah.
A health freak.
Yeah.
I would go running every day.
Yeah.
Go to the gym. I was a health freak.
Yeah.
And I love doing things for other people.
Yeah, you still like that.
And I found her again.
Yeah.
And so when I got married, and when you're in a relationship, you don't have to be married, but when you're in a relationship, we tend, especially women, we tend to take on the likes and dislikes of our partner.
You better talk, girl.
And that's how I lost who I was.
Yeah.
I was liking everything this man did just for him to like me or love me, good or bad. Yes. And so that's how I lost who I was. And then as things started going on in the marriage, first it's the mental abuse.
Yeah.
And then I really lost who I was. So if a man mentally abuses you, trust me, the physical will come. So that's a red flag.
Yeah.
Mental and then that physical.
So like emotional
Emotional,
abuse, making you
all
cry,
that. Yes.
downing who
And
you really are.
gaslighting you
Yeah.
and trying to make it look like you did something wrong, knowing you didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's how I lost who I was.
Yeah.
And so after the divorce, I didn't want to see a man. I did not want to get involved in any relationship.
I feel you on that because I did that like a year one time. Then one time
Oh,
I did
my.
2 years.
I was by myself for over 7 years.
Wow.
Because I didn't want to hop out of one, how you say that, pan in the next.
Yeah.
So I had to find Jane again. I dated myself.
I love it.
I would go sit on the lakefront and watch the boats. And it was me and God, put it like that. And I went to the movies by myself. I went ate dinner. My favorite restaurant is Zia's.
Yeah.
Right here on Manhattan, I would
So
go
you
sit in
okay with
Zia's.
being- I thought I was crazy because I'm okay with being by myself sometimes.
Yes. But sometimes we need that.
Yeah, to get the noise out. Like, I don't want
Right.
leave me alone.
But we can't be like, and I hate it when I hear it from other women. Oh, I'm the father in this
household.
I'm the father and the mother. I don't need a man. Okay.
I need
God
a man.
did not put man on this earth to be alone, so he created woman.
Yes.
We are not supposed to be alone. So yes,
Yes.
you do want a man. You may not need one right now, but you want one.
Yes.
Okay?
I know I do. I don't know about y'all.
Exactly.
But,
exactly.
I want a man.
and
I want to be a lady. You
And
wanna
I
be a
feel
lady
like
all the time.
right, and Kree, I feel like I'm owed a happy relationship, a happy marriage.
That's right.
Because I never had
Come
it.
on now. Come
you
on
know,
now.
so
Come on
I'm
now.
deserving.
Tap into that God power.
I'm deserving of it.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
So it's like now I know what to not accept from a man. I'm not that yes girl anymore.
Yes.
I'm not that quiet girl anymore
Yes.
who's like, oh, you're going to do this. And I'm just like, okay. No. I'm that. Who you talking to?
Jane. Where my respect at? Put some respect on my
On
name.
Jane.
Jane.
Enosh Butterfly.
Holler. Holler.
Yeah.
Hilare.
That's
I
right.
said it right.
Hilare.
I said hilare.
But you know what though? But I was growing up, Kree. I was the one. It's 7 of us,
Okay.
and I was the one that would be in the corner watching my other siblings
Play.
sucking my finger,
Yeah.
and
We're shy.
I was shy.
Yes.
And I was the one that would just take what people tell me,
Yes.
whether it's good or bad.
Yes.
I felt like I didn't have a voice.
Yes.
But now I have a voice.
Mhm.
But I always tell people, and it doesn't have to be just with me. You see a woman walk through the door with her head up and her shoulders back and confident,
Yeah.
don't hate on her.
Good.
Because you don't know what it took for that woman to get to that point.
And you don't know how she was the night before.
Exactly.
So you can't talk about, you don't know if she was living with
exactly.
her.
So
You don't know she was
Limping
living
with her knee.
the day before. So if she come in there strutting, she might be happy that she can walk. You know what I mean?
You're
Like
crazy.
me, i.e. my knee. You know, I might be happy I can strut.
That's right.
Don't
That's
be hating on me and
right.
get mad at me.
So, and like you said, it goes back to us lifting each other up and not
Yes.
putting each other down.
Yes.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I know. I don't know. It takes women like you. It takes women like me. It takes women to really love on one another
Ooh,
and
yes.
genuinely and push each other to the next level and not be envious of what another person is doing or what. Because I often say that everybody has their own lane. If we could get together as a community and lift one another up, like, I mean, genuinely lift one another up, we will be so powerful.
And we got to get that message out.
Yeah.
Not just for women, but to black men.
Yeah.
If y'all come together,
Yeah.
imagine how powerful you will be. And this is what society is afraid of, that power.
You know, as a culture, we are like the only culture, to be honest with you, that don't come together collectively
Exactly.
all the time, unless it's to party.
Unless it's the party.
Unless it's to party, we don't
Yeah.
come together to do productive things unless it's. I ain't gonna say that because it might be bad if I say it. Unless it's body ground.
Then don't
But,
say it. Don't say it then.
Unless it's body ground. No,
But
but
they
the
gotta
other
say it.
time we come together, you know, we need to come together as a culture.
We do.
you
We
know,
really
just to,
do.
Like to support one another financially. If this person is lacking, I would like to see for us to come together as a family.
As a family.
Like for example, like if I want to purchase a home, why I can't go live with my family until it's time for you
to
save up,
right.
and you get $5,000. Everybody
right.
put in, you go buy a home.
Right. That's
Instead
right.
of you, I'm staying with my family. They gonna say, "Oh, you gotta help with these bills."
And let me
everywhere.
and let me say this. You know, like I say, I work with the homeless.
Yes.
And we always have our sessions.
Okay.
And I asked them, what is it that hurt you guys from us, from society as a whole?
Okay.
What hurts you? And most all of them said people just walk by us as if we're not there. If they just say good morning to us or how you doing, it makes their day. It make them feel like there's somebody. So I said that to say, it's just like with preachers. You're preaching to the church, but go preach to them that doesn't know anything about God. I'm saying hello to you every morning. Hey, Kree, good morning, good morning. No, go say good morning to that homeless mother on the streets.
Who really need it?
Who really need to be acknowledged.
Yes. Who really need it?
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
really need
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
I heard something this morning with E.T., you know, and his name is Eric Thomas. I listen to him, the hip-hop preacher. It's because I don't know why lately God has been having him in my spirit like a year. I've been listening to him.
Okay.
And E.T. said this morning is that Christians don't know how to tap into that's my takeaway, tap into their God power.
Right.
Christians don't know how to tap into their God power.
Exactly.
But the world is tapping into their power.
Exactly.
And he said, as Christians, we get the word, but we get neutralized in it. Meaning, we lukewarm.
Right.
When the world, you see on the news, you seen just a few minutes ago coming down this way on West Bank Expressway, we got 50 cars of police that's caged in somebody.
For one person.
And caged them in. This been going on since this morning.
Yeah.
So the enemy is at his job.
Yes.
Because easily an innocent person coming by could have got hurt, could have get hurt, anything. You know what I mean? If somebody's caged in their car and don't want to come out.
Yeah.
But the enemy is at his job. But E.T. said this morning, and it was so profound to me, that he said Christians are not tapping into our power.
No.
We talk it, we read it, but we don't
But we're
tap
not
into
tapping
our
into
power.
it, right?
It really stepped on my toes this morning. That's why I pressed to get here.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you know, okay, if I'm fine, no woe me, no self-pity.
Yeah.
I'm going to press and I'm going to get here.
Yeah.
Because if the world going to do what they going to do,
Yeah.
we going to press and do what we going to do. And then he also talked about how the lenders and the borrowers. We always say the lenders and the borrowers. You know, I'm the lender, not the borrower.
Yeah.
But we really don't be believing in that in the inside of us.
inside.
So we
Yeah.
gotta start tapping into.
We have to start
our
tapping
power.
into it. And I was at intercessory prayer last night, and the minister there said exactly what you said. We have to start tapping into it. We have to speak it.
Yeah.
And he used. Now he didn't say he was a Trump supporter,
Yeah.
but he used Trump as an example.
Yeah.
You know, Trump walked like and acting like he gonna be the president.
That's what I'm saying. The
He
world
walking
tapping
it,
into this
talking
stuff.
it, and acting like it.
Mm.
Don't be surprised if he pop up and become president again, because he tapped into it.
That's the confidence.
That's the confidence.
He feel like he got the power.
Now let it make known I'm not a Trump supporter. No.
Jay say I'm not a Trump supporter. But he's tapping into
But he tapping
his
into
power.
it. It's that power. It's that power in the tongue.
Yes.
All of that. My mother, Lord bless her heart, and I miss her so much. But she would always tell me, Jan,
Speak it.
power is in the tongue. You keep saying, Mama, I don't feel good. I don't feel good. And the next day you sick. You homesick. You keep saying, this call getting on my nerve. It keep breaking. It keep breaking. And it's going to break.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So we have to speak it, manifest it.
Speak those things as though they were.
Yes. So my prayer is always, God, let me be the lender and not the borrower.
That's me too.
Because of my heart.
Yeah.
I have a heart that I just want to give.
Yeah.
I just want to give,
Yeah.
give.
That's probably why that's why we gotta get it, because we gonna do what's right with it.
Right.
we gonna be giving to the community, giving to people. We gonna do what's right with it. Come on, Lord. We tapping into our power. We need it.
Oh,
you
I'm going
know?
to get it.
We gonna get it. That's right, Jane.
I'm going to win that
That's
lottery.
right. So look, help her get it, and go to her. You're on Amazon, right?
I am on Amazon.
Okay, tell us the name of your book.
The name of the book is Becoming of a Butterfly by Jane Inaj Butterfly Helire, and it is available in hardcover and softcover on Amazon. So you can get it on Amazon, and I'm currently working with the Gospel Bookstore on the West Bank to get it in there as well.
Oh wow!
Yes.
That's good, Jane. That's
Yeah.
good. So that's when you need to have your relaunch. Yeah,
I
right in
know.
there.
I'm working.
Yes.
I'm
Okay,
working
we're
with
working
it.
on it.
I'm
All
working
right,
on
all right.
it.
I love it. So the Gospel Bookstore on the West Bank. That's what
Yeah.
you're working on getting
I'm
it
working
in.
on getting
And
it
if
in.
people want to purchase your book,
They can go
come.
ahead and purchase the book, and you bring it to my relaunch, and I'll sign it.
All right, all right. Well, thank you for sitting on the couch with us today.
Yes, it was fun.
And we do this little thing. We go mwah, like that, and we're about to go into our break, and we're gonna have up next Elder Adonis Price coming up next to talk about this amazing conference that she's gonna talk about, sister to sister. This
right.
amazing conference that she have coming up this weekend, I think.
Okay, good.
I think
She
it's this
told me
weekend.
yes.
Yeah, it's this
I wanna
weekend.
come.
Me too. We
I wanna
going.
come.
We going.
Yes.
Don't worry. We going. So thank you for tuning in. Don't go nowhere.
Thank
We
you.
be back. Red Lip Talk Podcast. Mwah.
Spice Divas, Sona's Charm, Red Lip Talk, Red Lip Talk. Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea. Red Lip Talk. Girl.
Hello, everybody. I am author Vanessa J. Ross, and you are tuning into Red
That's the
Lip.
House of Prayer. Bethesda is a church for non-traditional worshipers, a church designed for those who love God's Word. Would you like to attend a church where believers and non-believers can choose to worship together? A church where cultural differences does not get in the way of God's message. We invite you to be our special guest. Our services begin 9 a.m. on Sunday, located at 7601 West Bank Expressway, Suite B, Marrero, Louisiana. For more information, contact us at 504-348-0132.
Here at Jones Insurance, your full-service agency, let us take care of all your insurance needs. We provide homeowners insurance, flood, rental, commercial, auto, and life insurance. Don't let the unexpected tragedy destroy your family's future. Here at Jones Insurance, 7603 West Bank Expressway, Monroe, Louisiana, 772. Contact Lois at 504-348-1492.
Spice Divas, Sona's Charm, Red Lip Talk, Red Lip Talk. Girl, come sit
Welcome back to RedLip Talk Podcast. We are on episode 41, and the topic today is Sister to Sister, and I'm so happy to have my sisters on the couch with me on today. We have Elder Adonis White Price. That's right. I wanted to get your name. Put some respect on your name, okay? I wanted to put some respect on your name. But I thank you for being here with us on today. You're doing a lot in the community as well. I love to see, women, not just our culture women, but women, period, helping one another, empowering women, lifting them up. But I read your bio, and your bio was, it was exciting to me, because not only do you help people spiritually, and lifting them up with prayer, and you have a prayer room. I thought that was real nice. When I clicked on the link, I was like, I got to get one of these. You have a prayer room, as well as you helping them financially. So spiritually and financially.
That's right. We want it all.
We want it all. I love it. I love it. So tell us why you started doing this. I ask people why, because, people like to know where you started from,
Right.
And why you do what you do.
I just felt that a lot of women, we wear so many hats as women.
Yes.
And sometimes we have questions. Life is happening.
Yeah.
And we're okay. We champs in the business side. But then sometimes our personal life is jacked up. Or sometimes the personal life might be together, but we don't know which way to go in business. So I always wanted to cater to the complete development of women.
Yeah.
And I always wanted women to know that you can have it all. You can have the business, you can have the family, you can have the great marriage.
Yeah.
You can have all of that. And so I always wanted a safe place for women to develop in every area of their lives.
Yeah. I love it. So you can have the professional life, and you can have the family life, and you can have the financial life.
That's it.
Because see, God wants us to have all that. And that's what we tend to mess up sometimes and think that we can't have it all, but we can have it all.
Absolutely.
We can have it all. So tell us about your prayer room. How do people, women just come to you for prayer? Do you have a spot that you pray in, or do you pray from over the phone? What is it?
So we actually have a location. We have a hub in Bridge City, Louisiana.
Okay.
We come together every first Friday of the month. The ministry is called The Prayer Room, and it is an interactive ministry. It's not one of those ministries where you're sitting down and I'm just teaching you or telling you what the Word of God say. We come to the table. We believe in the prayer room that there's room at the table for everybody. So we come to the table collectively. Let's study the Word. Let's talk about life. Let's see what the Bible has to say about the things that we're encountering. And let me hear what you have to say. I'm going to share what I got to say, but girl, your voice is important. Let me hear what you have to say about it. Let me hear what this word is doing for you. Because somebody else at the table may never hear the sound of my voice, but they're going to hear yours. right? And so that's what the prayer room is all about. So we have Friday Night Fire Bible study every first Friday in the month. We are currently reading a book called Balance by Teray Roberts, Sarah Jakes Roberts' husband.
Okay.
And we come together every second Saturday of the month for that. And we also have a table talk. And what we do is we come together, we talk about, girl, we was talking about Cat Williams week before last. Hey. We had to check in on Cat. Cat broke the internet.
I know.
So we had to, girl, did y'all
So y'all
see
keep
Cat?
it real.
Yeah, we keep it real.
I love it.
And then we think about, what does God think about that?
Yeah.
Right?
Come on.
And so we bring that to the table, and then we pray.
Yeah.
Because when we pray, something going to happen.
Something going to happen.
And
You
so,
tapping into that God power.
you
like
hear
you're
me?
talking about
We
that
tapped
God
in.
power.
That's it. That's it. And it's a comfortable setting. It's a safe place for women to be themselves while they become, while they grow. And then we get to watch each other in that process, right? And so even when I was listening to you and you were talking in the earlier interview about the difference and how do we be different, we have to see it. So part of tapping in is seeing it, because we can preach change all we want, but until we see an example of what that looks like,
come on now,
right? How can we behave in something we've never seen before? So you get the opportunity in the prayer room to watch another sister become, and then you learn how to treat her, because you remember when she was just a caterpillar and now she's a butterfly. So you understand that there are parts of her process that are fragile, so you won't break her. Right? Because you was then. You was there when she was struggling. Right? And then she'll remember as a butterfly and reach back and get somebody else.
Come on now.
Right? And so that's what the prayer room is about. And we are connected with women. And watch this, Kree. They don't have to be members of my ministry. You can stay at your church with your pastor and still come hang out with us in the prayer room. Right? And then grow in business, grow in ministry, grow in prayer. Come on, because some of us have the wrong conception even about prayer. We think prayer is this deep thing. Girl, you ain't got to pray like Elder Adonis. Pray like you, right? Because I might need what you got. Pray like you, right? And
I might need you to pray for me.
Okay.
So pray how you pray.
That's it.
I might need you to pray for me.
Exactly. And one of the things that I'm really big on is just helping women know that the sound of your voice is important to God. Right? And be you authentically, whatever that is. Right?
Because you in your own lane. Like, you can't be in nobody else's lane. Because like they said, Jeremiah 29:11, God knew the plans that I had for you when I was in my mother's womb. He know the plans he had for you.
That's it.
So your plans is not like nobody else's plan. I like the way you said be authentic, because you're different.
Yes.
Nobody is alike.
And that's what God is looking for.
Yeah.
It's important to be authentic, even with this thing that you're doing. It's you, because you're not showing up doing what Oprah is doing. You're not showing up doing what Wendy is doing. So when you begin to do you, God sees you. He doesn't see a carbon copy of somebody else. Right? And so we want women to be authentically themselves.
Yeah. So every Friday, every first Friday of the month
is Friday Night Fire Bible Study.
Friday Night Fire Bible Study. Friday Night Fire Bible Study. I love that. And every
second Saturday in the month is when we come together for our book club. And then every Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. we have table talk and prayer. And every Sunday night at 8 p.m. we have table talk and prayer.
Wow.
Yes.
So you're busy.
I mean, productive.
You're productive.
Yes, productive. Because I was busy and a whole lot of stuff wasn't happening.
Ooh,
but come on. I'm productive now, so I'm producing some stuff.
Yes.
Come on. Yes.
You just don't want to be running. I like that busy, but now I'm productive instead of just being busy. And you know, this year, for some reason, Elder Adonis, God told me, you can't be going to everything. You go to what I put in your spirit.
Girl,
to
come
go.
on.
Just like I met you at the Shiro conference.
Yes,
I met you
ma'am.
there at another conference. And for some reason, God was like, you have to do this. You have to go there. You have to go. I was pressing that morning to get there, and I got there. And some things broke off me that day.
Yes, me too.
Broke.
Me too.
I said,
me too.
ooh,
I actually had a woman of God give me a word that I had been toiling with God for weeks before that. And when I tell you, when I went up for prayer, it literally came right out of her mouth. So So it's so important to be where God has called you to be. And that's a key thing. I'm glad you say that. You don't have to go everywhere. You go to the places God ordained you to be. And I promise you, He will be there waiting for you when you get there.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Not only spiritually that you're helping people, you're helping businesses financially.
Yes.
So tell us how financially you're helping businesses out there, no matter if it's female or male.
Yes.
You're just helping businesses.
Yes.
Okay.
So I worked in nonprofit for many years. And then I went in finance in nonprofit. And then I started doing taxes as a tax preparer.
Okay.
But I began to pray and ask God to just bring my business to another level. I wanted to get more into the bookkeeping side.
Okay.
And one of the things that I noticed as I began to get more clientele that was business owners, is that with business owners that look like me, we don't keep our books properly. We don't have clean financials. We don't have our business structure set up properly, right?
You know, I've been in business 16 years. So preach.
And then, we had this thing that happened and everybody was getting this PPP money.
Okay.
And there were a lot of people who actually had businesses, but because they weren't structured, because they didn't have records, because they weren't paying payroll the right way, they didn't qualify. And so on the financial side, I take the headache out of being a business owner because I can keep your books for you.
Love it.
I can make sure that everything is structured. I will do the background of making sure that you're tracking your expenses. So when you go to the bank and you need to borrow money, this is what we find out when it's too late.
Come on.
Is that your finances tell a story about your business. And so we go to borrow money, we don't have the story together, and then we get denied. Right? Or we start a business, watch this, and we put our home address on our business when we certify it, and they go Google us, and our house comes up when they Google us, and they deny us. Right? And so I want people of color to have more access to the things our counterparts have access to. And in order to do that, the foundation has to be right. And that is some areas that I found that as Black business owners we were lacking.
So you help them set up like the structure of it, like their LLC, incorporation, sole proprietor, whatever area that they want to be in.
Yes.
You help them set that stuff up. Secretary of State, all that
Yes.
stuff.
Yes.
Tax
ID number.
ID number.
And then
What
making
about
sure
the DUNS number, all that kind of stuff.
Yes. And then making sure that you understand the financial implications of the type of business that you set up. Everybody tell you when you start your business, get your LLC. Do you know LLCs are taxed at one of the highest tax percentages? Right?
I was an N-Corp when I first started. Didn't know no better. Even though I got a master's in business administration, but at the time I didn't know no better.
Right.
So at the time I didn't have my master's, and somebody automatically told me do an N-Corp. And I listened to them, did an N-Corp. They didn't do it for me, I did it. And I was taxed.
Yes.
At the point of, in the beginning of it, where I had to, with not IRS, but what is Louisiana's one? Not the federal, but
The state.
The state. Yeah, the state taxes. At one point I had to, say, oh no, this is what I made. Don't,
Yes.
Because they feel like, oh, you an N-Corp, you didn't do both. Because the person who did my taxes did them wrong.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
And that's another thing.
That's
like,
another,
don't just get a tax preparer because you're looking to get the max back. No, you want somebody who's going to prepare your taxes the right way.
Yeah.
You don't want to constantly have the IRS come and ask you questions.
Yeah.
Make sure that you are getting a preparer. And for us business owners, we have to change our mindset about taxes. You can't always get $1.
Yeah.
It's not when you get to a certain level, when you hit the
better.
six-figure levels, girl, you're going to be writing a check. Come on.
Come on.
And so we have to shift our perspectives for that. And you want a taxpayer, when people come sit down with me, I ask them questions. I know you have all these expenses. Are you going to buy a house? Because the more you write off, your annual gross income coming down. And that's what the bank going to look at. They don't want your check stubs. They want your tax papers. They want to see what you claimed at the end of the year. So they can tell if you can afford to pay a house note for 30 years. So before you go and say, oh, give me the max back, make sure you know where your income is ending up. Very important.
Because again, your income, your taxes tell a story.
That's it.
Like you just said, your
It
taxes
does.
tell a story.
It
So
tells
if
a
you're telling the
story.
wrong story, you're not gonna be able to get the things that you want to get down the line.
Down the line.
Yes,
That's it.
That's very important. That's very because I know for me as a entrepreneur for over 16 years, in the beginning I was told wrong, and I was only say, baby, was able to get the PPP and all that stuff, but I got a certain amount based on how my taxes was.
That's it.
Based
That's
on how
it.
my taxes, I would only get a certain amount, a certain percentage, and I could have gotten more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And but we still, and even in that, we believe God, because the Bible
Yes.
says that all things work together for the good. Right? So even when we feel like some doors weren't the door for us, there's
Yes.
another door right around the corner
Yes,
that
come
is
on.
going to create
Come
more
on.
opportunity and more multiple streams of income
I
for you.
love it. I
Right?
love
Nothing
it.
missing,
Nothing missing.
nothing lacking,
I
and
love
nothing
it.
broken.
I love it. And you hear that the multiple streams of income, you be hearing that, and people don't understand that's very important.
Yes.
To have those different streams of income, so we can be the head and not the tail.
That's it.
So
And
we
then
can
watch
walk
this.
in our power.
And one thing I heard you say earlier in the interview that I wanted to just share briefly on is that you said, we have these affirmations. We have to understand the things that we say.
Yeah.
God make me the lender and not the borrower. Well, when they come to borrow, will you lend it?
Ooh.
Or are you going to hold it for yourself?
Ooh.
Because, see, the lender and the borrower, that is not all tangible money.
Yeah.
If you get the resources, will you tell your sister? That's being the lender and not the borrower. Will you open your doors for space if somebody need it? That's being the lender and not the borrower. So we're going to learn how to really be sisters and take care of each other.
Come on.
Come on. We're going to do it all the way right. So we have to understand that there are physical consequences for the spiritual things.
Yes.
You know.
Are you really going to?
You really gonna be the lender.
Are you really gonna be the lender?
Or what you gonna, girl, what you need that money for? It don't matter. You the lender. Or you gonna lend it when God bless you with exceedingly and abundantly above all you could ask or think. Or you gonna be the lender, or you gonna keep it all for yourself.
Gonna keep it all for yourself,
right?
Are you not gonna tell them how to? Are you not gonna tell your sister how you did that?
Right?
How you got there? Are you not gonna share that information?
Share the information.
Share the information.
And what I've learned is that even if you share the information, that don't mean they want to do it for themselves. Right? I've had people come to me and ask me how to do something and give them all the information, and they turn around and write me a check for me to do it. Just because you tell them how doesn't mean they want to do it.
Yes.
Right? But will you share it? Will you lend what you know? Right? Being a lender, that means lending what you have in abundance. That's not always money.
That's not always money.
Right? So if we want to stop stepping on each other, come on, let's do it right all the way around the board.
If you really want to be my sis.
Yeah.
If you really want to stay sis. Because they throw that word around.
Oh, so loose.
Sis,
till you make them mad, sis.
Yes.
But even in that, if she step on my toes today, she might have just been having a bad day. Because if I know you and you my sister, I don't stop loving you because you stepped on my toes
today. Yeah.
Right?
Because my love is genuine. It's not going to change. I heard something the other day, speaking of like relationships or whatever. They say they'll forgive by me being a single, mother, single woman, was married. I was married 2 times. I'm transparent. They know all that on the podcast. So I heard saying we will forgive a man like 100 times. But certain thing your sister do that been there for you a long time, you ready to write them off.
Right.
You ready to say, I'm done. But we'll forgive a man about 100 times plus.
And see, and watch this.
Uh-huh.
So even in forgiveness in our relationships with our significant others, we understand the assignment on the relationship. When you're able to cut off and keep it moving, is it possible you didn't understand the assignment for the friendship? And that's why you're able to cut it loose. Why? Watch this. And then here's the other side of that. We pray for change all the time.
Yeah.
But when the change show up, we get uncomfortable and want to keep stuff the same. So our relationship, there may have been a roadblock or a hurdle And God is saying this needs to change. And so I come to you that this, this isn't working like this. That don't mean I'm throwing you way out of my life.
Yeah.
That just means I didn't understand the assignment.
Yeah.
And so I had to go back to God.
Yeah.
Right? So you don't have to throw everybody away. Right? Yeah. But if God is pushing you for change in relationship, change in sisterhood, change with how you move and operate, everybody ain't gonna like that. But you need to understand the assignment. Right?
Your assignment in that relationship or your assignment that God have for your life.
Yes.
You got to understand that assignment.
Yes.
Yes. I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
And then we get in some relationships and even relationships that are personal, male-female relationships.
Yeah.
And we don't understand what God ordained for that. And we think that it's that kind of relationship. Oh, he's supposed to be my boo. No, you're supposed to be covering him in prayer. So do you understand the assignment?
Ooh,
and sometimes
Jesus,
relationships
girl,
don't work. They don't work. And we think, that God never called you to be a couple.
Ooh.
God called you to cover him in prayer.
Ooh. And you made it a couple.
You made it a couple.
But God wanted you to cover him.
Come on.
Come on, somebody.
He was attracted to you. He was attracted to the anointing.
Ooh.
Come on, come on, Kree.
And you was attracted to his anointing.
Okay? He was anointed to look good, and your eyes was anointed to see, girl.
Yeah. Y'all both was attracted to the anointing. That's what you got to understand. So you got to understand the assignment.
The assignment. It's important.
It's important.
In every area.
In every area of your life. Yeah. I love it. I love it. Y'all done got good relationship advice. Let's pop this flyer up if we can so we can talk about this conference before we go off. Because that's what and tell us the title again.
Girl, get up.
Girl, get up.
Come on, somebody.
Get up, somebody.
Girl, get up.
Girl, get up. What made you come up with that name?
Man, so we, just women, we had so much that happened in 2023.
Oh,
right?
Oh, my God. I'm so happy we're in 2024.
Listen. And so every year I host a event, a women's empowerment event. And either it's at the end of the year or the beginning of the year.
Okay.
And this year is at the beginning of the year. Of course, it's in January. It's this coming weekend.
Okay.
And it's just like, God, what do you want your daughters to know? And so it focuses on a scripture in the Bible, familiar scripture about Jairus and his daughter.
Okay.
And how Jairus had went to Jesus for Jesus to come heal his daughter. And Jesus was, doing Jesus, going about on assignment. The woman with the issue of blood come up, she get healed, and Jairus still standing there. And so somebody from Jairus' house came, told him, bother the master no more, your daughter dead. And Jesus, before fear and everything could grip his heart, he looks at Jairus and he tells him, only believe. Right? And so when Jesus gets to the house, there's all these spectators.
Yeah.
They crying and they weeping because the girl, they think she dead.
Yeah.
Right? And Jesus says, she's not dead, she's only sleeping. And he speaks to her in a different language, and he tells her, little girl, get up. And she gets up. And oftentimes in our life, we think some dreams have died, dreams deferred have died, or our time has passed, or you're too old for some stuff. Girl, get up.
Girl, get up.
The marriage didn't work. Girl, get up. Come on, the relationship fell apart. Girl, get up. You started that business, but you didn't finish strong like you thought you was. Girl, get up and get back to it. Little girl, get up.
Yeah.
And then for the one who is stuck, right? Who's a 40-year-old woman, but you still 12. You still stuck in the hurt.
Come on.
You still stuck in what happened at 16. You still stuck at the thing somebody did you that they shouldn't have did you. Yes. Girl, come on, get up out of that too. Right? And I said, this year, Lord, I said, if healing, deliverance, and freedom ain't taking place, I ain't doing it.
Yes.
And God said,
healing, deliverance, and freedom.
I ain't doing it.
Yes.
And God said, tell your sisters.
Girl, get up.
I said, girl, get up.
Ooh.
Come on.
I love it.
So it's going to be a time in the building.
It's going to be a time out there. It's going to be a time.
It's going to be a time in the building.
Oh, I'm going to be there.
Okay.
I'm going to be there.
All roads lead to the prayer room.
Come on now.
For this conference.
Yes.
Yeah. On Friday night at 7 o'clock at Bethesda House of Prayer.
Okay.
And on Saturday morning, I like to eat good. So we're going to eat spiritually and physically on Saturday morning for 10 o'clock. 7601 West Bank Expressway. Girl, get up.
Girl, get up.
Yes.
Okay, and I see on your flyer you had different. Can we pop that flyer back up, please, before we go to break? I seen on the flyer you had some different people speaking.
Yes.
Can you tell me the names of who gonna be there?
So on Friday night we have a firehouse. Lady Tina Carey with Solid Rock International Ministries.
Okay.
I'm talking about a woman of God that can preach you out of any situation. She's coming on Friday. We're gonna have Lady Danielle Bridges, Evangelist Danielle Bridges. She is gonna be our songstress for the night. She has an awesome ministry called the Worship Experience. So she's gonna be with us and she's gonna take us into praise and worship. We have our other sister Ebony Chambliss. She will be our mistress of service, right? And she is going to be with us just to guide us through the service. And she have a beautiful ministry called the Butterfly That Bloomed, and she will be there on Saturday. We're going to have the table talk live and in person. We're going to have something there for the young women. We will have young women there talking about what they had to get up out of in 2023. So I don't just want the women to come. Girl, bring your daughters with you. Bring your niece with you. We catering to all the women, the up and coming women, the women that's women, and the seasoned women. Y'all come out. Y'all come meet us.
Girl, you better get up.
You better get up,
girl.
girl.
Get up. I love this. Y'all don't go nowhere. This the conference that you don't want to miss. This is Friday night and as well as Saturday morning. Girl, get up. Come to 7601 West Bank Expressway, Bethesda Community Center.
Yes.
Yes, we want y'all to be in the building. Y'all just heard all this anointing sitting on this couch. I know y'all don't want to miss it. This your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva. Don't go nowhere because we're going to have our takeaways next when we come back. And we're going to invite our girl, Jane Helire.
Yes.
Back to the couch. So, thank you so much,
Oh, can I give everybody my website?
Go ahead. Give them your website.
If you want to register, registration is $55.
Yes.
And you can register at www.adoniswhiteprice.com. And you can also sign up to become a part of the prayer room and keep up to date with everything that we have going on.
Yes, and they can learn more about you because that's where your bio and everything else is.
Yes.
So say that again. Say your website again.
www.adoniswhiteprice.com.
Yes. So don't go nowhere. Red Lip Talk Podcast. We gonna do this. Mwah! All right.
Spice Divas, Sona's Charm, Red Lip Talk, Red Lip Talk.
Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea.
Red Lip.
Hi, this is Constable Kendall Bussy, and you just tuned into the Red.
The wait is over. This is your favorite prophetess Chanel Jones, and I want to introduce to you my new non-traditional podcast called Kingdom Women Speaking, where you can expect a royal discussion amongst queens. Yes, Lord. And you can find me on New Orleans Talk Network. Tune in, world.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
Hello everyone, this day is declared National Still Body Day. People, it is here. It has arrived.
We have 2,500 bottles of this formula that's designed to give you what you need in terms of health, happiness, and healing. People have testimonies already. People have been serviced already. And now we want you to be a part of this blessed experience. Give us a call at 416-5256. Give us a call at 237-4000. And we have a bottle for you. And trust me, this will be the best investment you ever made for your body. You heard it from the truth, the whole truth, Dr. Truth, Dr. Kendra, Baby Truth. Now be blessed.
Hi, this is your favorite author, Teresa Rell. Live, learn, love with an open heart. life lessons on cultivating healthy and meaningful relationships. And you are tuned into Red Lip Talk Podcast.
Today is Sister, and we're excited about what's going on today on the podcast. If you're just tuning in, y'all missed it. You better go back, rewind it, or whatever you're going to do on YouTube. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook Live, New Orleans Talk Network. Follow us on Spice Divas Beauty Bar to see the live streaming. We want y'all to definitely stream our shows and get all the great information. But we have these beautiful women, my sisters, on the couch today. Yes. We have Elder Adonis White Price on the couch. And we have Jane Inaj Butterfly Helire. Yes, because I was saying Helire. Helire on the couch with us on today. And y'all should have seen that interview. So they hanging out with us again for this segment, our takeaway moments. But before they do, I wanted them to talk a little bit more about themselves. So you guys can know where to find them at their website, and also so say it again to them so they can know exactly where to find you at. I know we have you can they can say your website.
So I am Elder Adonis Price, and you can find me on my website www.adoniswhiteprice.com. I am also on Facebook and Instagram. My ministry is called The Prayer Room, and I also have my business name. My business is called Kingdom Services, Tax and Bookkeeping Service, and I also have a design company called Create NOLA. Well, we design anything you need, business cards, banners, logos, all of those things. We do shirts, whatever you need to get you right and get your branding together. You can come and check us out. www.adoniswhiteprice.com.
Well, that's a many talents and many streams of income. And I didn't know that, so girl, I'm going to
you gotta get it.
The way I like shirts and stuff for Spice Divas.
I'm going to have to get you for some of my shirts.
Absolutely.
I need some when I do my book signing again.
Yes.
And we want to make sure we tell you, like, when you register for the conference, you get a free T-shirt.
You sure do. Yes. And they cute too, Spice.
Girl, get up.
They cute, girl.
Get up. Girl, get up. We want y'all to definitely make sure that y'all come on this Friday night and Saturday morning.
Yes.
Friday at 7.
Friday at 7 and Saturday morning at 10.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
See,
and we're gonna have some other goodies too.
Okay.
Y'all still gonna get a gift bag. I'm working on a journal.
Okay.
That is going to be a gift also for every woman that registers. So come out. We're not just gonna preach to y'all. We're gonna let y'all walk away with some tools.
Y'all gonna get some tools and some gifts.
Some goodies.
Yes.
Right.
Equip. We're gonna equip you. Okay. So Jane, tell us about your book as well as how they can find it on Amazon as well as your website and how they can find you.
Right. So my website is called Becoming of a Butterfly, and you can find it on, and there it is. Becoming of a Butterfly. book.godaddysites.com, and that is my business. I have a business that is named after my book, Becoming of a Butterfly, consulting business, and it is to, anybody call who don't know what to do, how to get out of situations, or just need resources as far as to learn how to move on.
Yeah.
Now I'm not trying to say, oh, you get out of that situation, but I can help you peace of mind,
Yeah.
give you at least a
Yeah.
peace of mind and hope.
Yeah.
So that is my website, and you can get my book off of Amazon. And like I said earlier, I'll be doing my relaunch soon because Kree pushing me.
Yeah, pushing you.
So I'm going to be doing that. And yeah.
Yeah. And if you're in any type of domestic abuse where you need help.
Right. Immediate help.
Well.
You can contact
if
me.
You're homeless.
Yes. Even if you're homeless.
Yeah.
Although I can't really mention
that's why I'm not
my
mentioning
job
it.
or whatever. But
that's why I'm not saying.
If you're homeless or if you know someone who is homeless, please feel free to reach out to me.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what to do. I get a lot of calls. Y'all can't imagine, even in the middle of the night, people calling, Jane, I need help.
Yeah.
So I don't mind. I'll do it.
Yeah.
That's my purpose. That's my calling.
Yes. And she's been doing it over 20-some years.
Oh, decades.
Yeah, 20-some years, working at
Yes.
by giving your life.
Yes,
and,
yes,
we can't
yes.
mention where, but we thank God that
Yes.
you've been placed in that position to help. In any ways, she asked us to speak. You can speak. You can go and help those ladies.
Right.
It's divine connection. To help. To help one another. I spoke there before, service the ladies and stuff like that.
Kree came and
we came
did their hair.
Yeah.
And refreshments. They did y'all do nails too?
Yes.
They did the whole
nails,
thing, and they loved
amazing.
it.
And I know you
loved
probably
it.
have women that would love to do that.
Yes,
to help and give back.
They were giving back,
Yeah.
and you can't imagine the smile that Kree and her team put on these kids' faces.
Yeah.
They made them feel like, oh, I feel better now. I could do this.
Yeah, because most young adults up to certain ages.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it more after the podcast.
I would love to.
I know you would.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. So
definitely.
God do everything for a reason, and the
He
divine
does.
connection, and have. That's what I pray for every podcast, that it's the way He wanted to go. He have the guests He want to come together and connect on. Because certain days we were supposed to go there, you were supposed to come, I think, and certain days you were supposed to come.
Right.
But He have it when He wanted to come.
It was meant.
He have it. It was meant to. It was meant to do. So we do our takeaway segment. Our takeaway is, would we leave anybody in the audience or who's looking? What are some things that you want to leave them with? What do you want to leave them from this actual show? If there's anybody that might be down, that's looking, it's pretty much like your takeaway moment.
Okay.
Like what you and again, takeaways are brought to you by Spice Diva's Beauty Bar. And I just, before we get into that, I just wanted to let people know, if you want to be a sponsor on the podcast, you're welcome to do that.
Yeah.
We have opportunities where you can do sponsorship, that way your business or your brand can show up throughout our actual podcast. Shout out to our sponsors like Mocha Shanae. Shout out to Dr. Kendra Andrus, the Health Nut System. We thank you for always sponsoring and being a part of RedLip Talk podcast. If you want to become a guest on the podcast, we want you to go to New Orleans Talk Network /RedLipTalk.com. Yes. Oh, I got it, right? I got it, too. Yes. So if you want to be a sponsor, we want you guys to definitely go to New Orleans Talk Network /RedLipTalk.com, and that way you can fill in to be a guest. And after you fill in to be a guest, what's going to happen is you're going to get a confirmation from production to be on the podcast, and you'll pick your date. And therefore, we're looking for sponsors. We're looking for donors and things like that. If you like what you see, on the podcast. We always bring you information. We always bring you great people of value and of stature that can give you some information to go away. If y'all want me to lead the takeaways, I can. Usually I in them out. But if you want me to lead them, if not, if whoever ready to do that takeaway moment, just look into the camera and tell the people what you want them to take away. This is your moment.
You want me to go first?
Go ahead. All right, let's go, Jay.
And this is like from the top of my head, but I spoke about encouraging one another. You and I spoke about that earlier. Uplifting other women,
Yes.
And the reason why I just want to say, I don't think I mentioned it earlier, that I'm known as Inaj Butterfly because it's Jane spelled backwards. And it reminds me never to go back to that place where I once was, because now I am beautiful like a butterfly.
Yeah.
So I want to give to you, to the viewers, that if you're struggling, if you're going through something, and my slogan is, I am, I can, I will.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want to do, whatever you want to accomplish, you can do it. You have to be around positive people.
Yes.
That is the key. And that's what I want to give back. It was short, but that's the key.
I am,
and I will.
I can, I am, and I
Yes,
will.
yes.
I love it. I love it.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
me too.
That's
Thank you.
amazing.
What you say, Elder? What's
My
your takeaway?
takeaways would be that broken color still Kree. Still broken crayon, still color.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
All of everything that you're going through, everything you've experienced in life is for where God is taking you.
Yeah.
It is not over.
Yeah.
You have something to offer, and you can do everything you desire in your heart to do. You can be whoever you desire in your heart to be. And like she said, just surround yourself with positive people. Believe in yourself. And if you don't know how to believe in yourself, get around some people who's going to believe for you till you can believe for yourself. Right?
Yes.
And that's very important. And I would just say, to pray. Like, spend some time with God. Prayer is not a deep thing. It's your conversation. And you get better at it. Like any other relationship.
Yeah.
The more you talk, the
Yeah.
more comfortable you get.
That's
And
true.
the better at it
That's
that you
true.
get. So that would be my takeaway.
The more comfortable you
The more
get.
comfortable, yeah. You begin to kick your shoes off and stuff,
But I like that saying that you said that broken crayons still color.
Yeah.
So no matter where you feel like you're broken, you still can make art. You still can go forward. You still can press.
Yes.
You still can look beautiful.
That makes
I
so
like
much
that. I
sense.
like that. No
Yeah.
matter where you come from in your past,
Yeah.
whatever cards were dealt to you in your past, you may be broken, but you still can go forward
That's
and
it.
make beautiful art.
That's
I
it.
like
True.
that. I like that.
I was
Me
watching
too.
real quick. I was watching a movie the other night, and this guy was an artist, and he was talking to his daughter, and his wife was like this attorney, and she said, "Yeah, she can color, but don't get it on the floor and stay in the lines." And he was like, "Nah, she can color on the floor, she can color on the walls, she can color outside the lines. Like, don't put
Don't limit
in
her.
a box.
Do not limit
Don't
her.
limit her." Right? And there's no limits.
Right.
Like, it's okay if you color outside the box.
Yes.
It's okay if you mess it up the first time. It's okay if you make a mistake.
Yes.
Girl, get up and start the first work over. Right? Yeah.
Oh my God, this is so inspirational to me. Listening to that, my takeaway today is to tap into your God power.
Yeah.
I kept saying that throughout the podcast because that's what I heard Eric Thomas talking about, how we don't tap in enough to our God's power. And I sometimes I do it myself. So I'm not just saying it to you. It resonated in my spirit to tap into my God's power because, like I said earlier, the world is tapping into their power. We need to tap into our God's power. We will be so dangerous if we really know who we are and whose we are in Christ. And that's what God is telling me now. Press, tap. No, nothing wrong with you. Like with my leg, it was swole up the whole weekend. I had to elevate it. But he kept telling me, you don't need nobody. Because my feelings was getting hurt because I felt like certain people wasn't there to help me through my pain. And when everybody else hurting, I'm there helping them. But God said, don't you worry about that. You tap into your God's power, because guess what? I'm here with you, my child. Ain't nothing gonna happen to you. Ain't nothing wrong, because I kept hearing about you might have a blood clot in your leg. You might have this. You might have that. And I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. I may have twisted wrong. I may have ate something. I may have ate something that made it swell up or whatever. But I know God is a healer. But I did use my intelligence, and I did go check it out just to make sure. But I know God is a healer. And he keeps saying for us to tap into our God's power. As Christians, we are the only ones that E.T. said that are being quiet.
My God.
We are the only ones that are being quiet. The world is no longer being quiet. The world is getting what they want. They speaking what they want. They gravitating to it. They calling it manifestation.
Guess what? And that's the key right there, Kree, because the world take kingdom principles.
Yeah.
Come on. Biblical principles,
And make 'em
affirmations. They take them and use them for the world.
Come on.
And see, God don't negate his word, right?
Yeah.
He's not going to take it back. So they take stuff that he designed for us,
Yeah.
and they use it and make it work for them.
Come on now.
They make
Come on now.
declarations, call it
Come on.
manifestation.
Yeah.
Come on. They write the vision and make it plain. And it's working for them.
Yes. Yes. So we need to start as Christians.
Why you think it's working for them?
Because
Why
they speaking
is
it.
it
Because
they
they
believe
speaking
in
it. They believe
That's
it.
what
They're
we talked
working
about
in it.
earlier.
They believe in it,
Yes.
Jane. They believe in
They
it.
believe
speak
in it.
They believe in it. They walking in it. They fight for it. Oh, and guess what?
Yes.
They fighting for it.
Yes.
That's what just hit. They fighting for it. So guess what? We need to fight for ours.
That's it.
We need to fight for ours. We need to fight for our kids. We need to fight for the things that we want in this world. We need to fight too. Guess what? I'm fighting. I'm fighting.
Nah, the fight is on. You
The
got
fight
your
is on.
gloves?
I got,
You got your
my
gloves?
The
I got my
fight
gloves.
is
The fight is
on.
Say that slogan again. Say that again.
That
Girl,
slogan?
get up.
Girl, get up.
Girl, get up.
We gonna end that. We gonna end Red Lip Talk today. We at the
Girl,
end.
get up.
We gonna end that with Girl Get Up.
Girl,
Then we
get
gonna
up.
talk. You heard me? So thank y'all for tuning in to Red Lip Talk Podcast, episode 41. Sister to sister, y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. Girl,
get up.
Let's do it one more time. One more time.
Girl, get up.
Mwah!
Red Lip Talk. Red Lip Talk. Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea. Red Lip Talk. Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea. Red Lip Talk. Spice Divas. Sonas.
Constable Kendall Busting, you just tuned into the Red.
The wait is over. This is your favorite prophetess Chanel Jones, and I want to introduce to you my new non-traditional podcast called Kingdom Women Speaking, where you can expect a royal discussion amongst queens. Yes, Lord. And you can find me on New Orleans Talk Network. Tune in, world.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
Hello, everyone. This day is declared National Still Body Day. People, it is here. It has arrived.
We have 2,000